Okay, so we are on the last day of this yajna, and we have almost come to the end. Another 5-6 shlokas. We will try to do whatever justice possible that we can do. So all these we can go for any number of hours. Now we need to also, since we work on a particular schedule, I think we have to work around it because the subject matter is so good that it needs that kind of elaborate treatment, but we'll have to do the best that we can. So yesterday, Sri Krishna said, "Na kaschit kalyanakrit durgatim tata gacchati." So the answer is already there, finished. If you have Shraddha and Krishna, we can end the chapter there because he has given that guarantee. All good things that one ever takes in his or her life will never go waste. That is the guarantee Sri Krishna gave. But to make it even more clearer, because sometimes if you say that, not everybody can fully understand and also appreciate the statement. They may have a belief. You may believe what I say, but sometimes the appreciation is difficult. Therefore, the rest of the chapter, next 4-5 shlokas, is trying to explain how will it happen. That is what we said. Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Prishto Vijayate. That's what we saw. We saw this shloka yesterday. This is what we stopped there. He said, for all that punya karmas that you did, you will go to the Amutra Loka and be there and come back. But when you come back, you come to a place which is very aligned to your. You are already enough pakwa agide anta helbeku. You all enough. So in fact in Chandogya Upanishad it is there how the soul comes back. As a detailed description is there how basically in terms of how it from this thing it comes to the clouds, from the clouds it gets into the rain, this Atma, from the rain how it gets into the sasyas, and how the father eats, the potential father eats it, like that. There is this description is there. So it is all not random. It's all God's ways of making sure that the efforts that we put are not left halfway. There is a great continuity. So that is what he is explaining. So one he says, Suchinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Prashto Vijayate. Then Sri Krishna says, Atava yoginameva kule bhavati dhimatam yetadhi durlabhadaram loke janma yadidrisham. Atava yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam yetat hi etadhi. In Sandhi it becomes like that. Etat hi durlabhadaram loke janma edidrisham. Yat idrisham. Edidrisham. Yat idrisham. So what he says, Atava, I told you one possibility. Now I will tell you another possibility. That's what he says, Atava. Otherwise came from Atava only. Many English words came only from Sanskrit. Vamati means vomit. Vam means to vomit. That's why Vamati comes. Yug is to join. That's why yog came. Many words, plenty of words. Smayati is smiles. Mandasmita, we say, no, sma means to smile. A lot of Sanskrit English words, because English came only from Indo-European language, which has its origin only in Sanskrit. Anyway, so Atava is otherwise. Okay. Yoginam, dhimatam yoginam eva kule bhavati. You will reach that yogi. In fact, in Mundakopanishad, there is one mantra last in the Tritiya Kanda, Tritiya Mundaka. There is a mantra which says, the one who has realized Brahman, in his lineage, only people who realize Brahman will come. Like that, there is a mantra. In Tritiya Mundaka, it is there. So that's what is being told here. He says, you have reached such a level, you will go only and join that. So that's what he says. Dhimatam yoginam eva kule bhavati. You will, because Paripaka ashta agide. You have evolved almost, it is just the final step. That means you'll go there. So it is the journey. The previous shlokas showed an intermediate step. In this shloka, it shows the penultimate step before that mukti. It can be videha mukti also. So that is what it says. Dhimatam yoginam eva kule bhavati. But also Krishna says, etat hi, this indeed, loke, okay, in this world. Itara janma, idrisham janma, durlabhataram. It is 1 in million. It is not every 1 in 2 or 1 in 3. It is not even 1 in 1,000. Maybe it is very rare. Because, my grandfather always used to say that in everything there is a pyramid. He used to tell me there is a pyramid in everything. And he will say the top is always empty. And the meaning is very deep. Top is always empty means even if you reach the top, you will be displaced and somebody else will come. It is always vacated. Because it is so much to go there. So like that. So it is durlabhataram. Loke durlabhataram. Idrisham janmam durlabhataram asti. So Krishna says it will happen. It's a long journey. He is talking about the penultimate step. Not all people walk on that road. Only a few people. Right? Only a few are able to go there, for which there is a long janma of efforts. That's why the effort don't go waste. Efforts will not go waste. It will all come back. And one step, it will only add. No subtraction. It will only add. In fact, I will little bit talk about it today after a couple of shlokas. Tatra tam buddhi sanyogam labhate paurvadehikam. It's not working. It is working. Little away. Tatra tam buddhiyo sanyogam labhate paurvadehikam yatate chatato bhuyah samsiddhau guru nandana. Tatra tam buddhi sanyogam labhate paurvadehikam yatate cha tato bhuyah samsiddhau guru nandana. So he showed two possibilities in the last two shlokas. One is that suchinam shrimatam gehe yoga prashto vijayate. Atava yoginam kule eva janma idrisham durlabham. All that we saw. Having reached to that place, tatra, having gone there, possibility is either this possibility or that possibility. Let it be that. Tatra, what will happen after going there? That's what he is saying here. Tatra tam labhate paurvadehikam buddhi sanyogam. In the purva deha, whatever you left, that will all come to you. So it will continue only from there. That's what he says. You will get it. This is, in computer terms, they call it as hibernation. You computer, you close mark switch off agate. Open mark each chapter, each slide barate. This experience we have. If I close this lid, it will shut off. When you open the lid, chapter 6, Shloka 43 will come. This is called hibernation. So this soul, in between every janma, I am going to talk about it. From between one janma and next janma, there are a few things to be sorted out. So at that time, the soul is in hibernation. After that work is over, when it comes back, it is like opening the computer screen. It will start from that. That's why he says, Paurvadehikam buddhi sanyogam labhate. That buddhi that you sampadana yen madidro till the last janma, that will come. You will obtain it, labhate. You will get it back. That means the continuity is there. It will not stop. It will only, there is absolutely no loss of information. It will start from there and continue. That is what it is. So, yatate cha tato bhuyah. Since I am so used to it, I will do it. Nobody can stop. I will do it. You don't have to teach me. ಇದು ನ ಕೇವಲ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಯೋಗ. ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, you will find thousands and thousands of examples. How do you explain a child prodigy at the age of 2, somebody identifies some 300 ragas? From where did it come? At the age of 2, at the age of 3, some children do things which are unimaginable, because buddhihi labate paurodehikam. This is the reality. And again, it is there in Prashna Upanishad, it is also there in a few other Upanishads, how this Udana Vayu takes this soul from this body, and there is a process by which the soul goes also. In Taitra Upanishad also there is an Upasana, and that in Sikshavali. All that are there. But the point is, when it goes, what it carries with it is vasanas. Vasana is nothing but the bundle of memory, samskaras and vasanas in the eltare. It is a bundle of who I am. It is converted into a demat. Now it is in a material form. You convert it into a demat. See, today your money can be converted into a demat, and it will be into some bits of data. So you can, you can do Deeparadhana today with your mobile, and you'll pay some 20 rupees UPA. That's called demat. So the soul gets into a demat, and then it gets rematted later. So when it demats, this is exactly what happens in a financial transaction. It is what happens in any internet transaction. When you send something here, it is captured in some information, and that information is not in material form, and it travels, and then you can roll it back. So that's how the money is transferred there. Same methodology. The soul, when it goes, it converts itself into samskaras and vasanas, and then goes. So when it comes back, when it sets up the shop, the vasanas and samskaras are the one which starts the process. The hibernation, when you open, that's what it happens. That's why labate paurodehikam. Plenty of examples are there. At the age of 2, at the age of 3. From where did they get? We don't know. Science cannot explain any of this. Science does a lot of interesting things. I am not talking ill of science. But what I don't like is, today people think that science is the answer for everything. That is foolishness. That's the point I want to make. Because of science, we are able to do all these. I have no problems. I respect science. But I will not agree science is ultimate. The Western thought thinks science is ultimate. That's not true. Science has not scratched even the tip of the iceberg. Many things it cannot answer. It cannot even understand, leave alone answering. It cannot understand. Science can never answer who. It can answer how or what. Science can never answer who. The example is, when the apple fell, Newton only knew how and what. He never knew who fell the apple. If he really agitated his mind on who fell the apple, he would have become a Brahmajnani instead of a scientist. Because who cannot be answered by science. What and how, yes. On the experiment, all answers cannot be found. But science has a very limited domain. So this paurodehikam labate, you cannot find out. I always say, because there is so much, they say there is genetic engineering. So the parents and the father and all that, everything is genetic. Now you have the, stem cell and all that. All those are only prakriti viseshas. They are only body related issues. My simple example is, Gautama Buddha's father cannot be Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha's son cannot be Gautama Buddha. Simple. There is no DNA there. DNA is only whether you will get the same voice. Idella upadi dharma. Nanu heludu nirupadi dharma. That comes through samskaras. So, a great, Aurobindo's son or father cannot become Aurobindo, Sir Aurobindo. It is not possible. That has nothing to do with biochemistry or DNA or stem cell. They are all for all this body. Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Churu. Linga Sharira, Agala. Linga Sharira, this is Linga Sharira which is coming. That's what Labade Paurodehikam. In our Indian literature, if you read, you understand the meaning of it very well. And we all have our own Anubhava also. So therefore, we can understand what Sri Krishna is saying, right? And bhuyaha tataha yatate. Tataha, from then on, thereafter, from that position. Tataha means that, thereafter, from that position. Bhuyaha yatate. He continues, he or she continues his journey of the dhyana, which after all, he or she left at some point. That's a question which Arjuna asked. That was his discomfort. What will happen? So he says, Bhuyaha yatate tataha. From that point, the journey will continue. Okay? Samsiddho Gurunandana. He will get that siddhi finally. He will achieve. He or she will achieve. Where it is left, it will be starting from there. Nothing to worry. This is what Krishna says in these shlokas. So the idea behind all these is our Sanatana Dharma of karma. Karma is central to our living. Sanatana Dharmasya Mukhya Mula Adara Karma eva. This separates this country from the Paschatya nations. The Western countries and this country, if you ask what is the difference, it is karma and reincarnation. Only when you have belief in it, the possibility of doing good indeed exists. Otherwise, there is no motivation to do any good. One chance, swindle whatever you want and go. Enjoy money. That's all. Because there is no second chance, nobody is going to ask you. Looks like somebody is asking that nobody knows. As Charvakas say, where is the other world? There is no other world. Let's talk about what is there here. So, karma is fundamental to all these. So, I want to spend a little time in chapter 5 also, we saw it. So, this is required in every chapter because there somewhere it will come. So, we will go through it. So, we have what is called Sanchita Karma. On the tank full of karma. Think like that. One storage of karma. So much of karma in several janmas we have accumulated. Right? Now the karma can be credit or debit. Can be positive, good karma and bad karma. And one biggest misunderstanding people have is just like you adjust the books of accounts. Credit can be adjusted with debit. Debit can be adjusted with credit. But in this matter, books are separate. Just because you do a lot of nonsense, if you make a donation to the temple, for the donation to the temple, you will enjoy. But all the bad things also you have to enjoy. No setting of business. I want all of you to understand this. This is a fundamental thing. In karma, it is not net. It is not net of A plus B. Net of positive, negative. Positive is a separate account. Negative is a separate account. So you decide how much you want to do on these two. Anyway, all of them are in this beaker. In this big tank. This will be like a, Hindu Mahasamudra for all of us. Really. So you have accumulated karma called Sanchita Karma. Then what we do, it is like a bag, you dip the bag into this container and take whatever you can take. Or you take a trolley. Today, if you have a trolley, only people understand because you go to the supermarket with a trolley, whatever you can fill in the trolley. Cart, e-cart. Our next generation. E-cart. So, whatever we bring, when we we come with a bag. That bag is called Prarabdha Karma. Prarabdha. It has already started. You cannot stop. That's why 2 days back I was saying that what will happen in this Janma, nothing, not even God will stop. Because in chapter 5 he has said, Na katrutvam na karmani. Lokasya sujati prabhu swabhavastu vartate. I am not involved in your karma or your karma bala. I will make accounts properly and honestly and give it back to you. It is your free will. You use your free will. So, in a janma, whatever we have to go through, nothing can be stopped. It can be made a lot more easier to handle it. That's where we need the Ishvara Aradhana. The Bhakti and Aradhana will make us go through it in a more bearable way. That much concession the God will do for us. And that is why I think we should keep praying all the time, not asking for any benefits. Do good karma, that is the benefit. Do Nishkamya karma, it is a much bigger benefit. Rest prayer is for handling this Prarabdha karma. in a way manageable, because I know nobody is going to give discount. You cannot give fast money, speed money to God and get some favors out of God. In Sanatana Dharma, that is not possible. So, Prarabdha Karma. So, we bring, Janma begins with that. And we choose an appropriate body. That's what Krishna is saying. Labate Purada, if you have a certain, your complexion of karma, decide in which family you will go. Yesterday, that's why I said, every siblings and parents and children must remember it all the time. We have not come here by throwing some die and deciding who will go. It is not IPL auction. It's all that we are all aligned because our karmas are in some way related to one another. That's why we have come together. So it chooses a particular body, okay, and with that body which can help it to exhaust this trolley. Because without exhausting a trolley, we can, yesterday I said 1 minute extra, 1 minute less is not possible. Only when the trolley is exhausted, there is a, because the e-cart, automatically some program will run and then it will knock you off. But in the Janma also you will accumulate karma. Unless you are very conscious of it and start taking right actions and decisions. So as you subtract, you also add. That's why this samsara sagara becomes endless. If you understand it, then you will try to reduce the agami karma. And if you reduce the agami karma, sometime later this beaker must become empty. Simple logic. If you reduce the agami karma, that beaker has, because every time you'll go and dip into it and come with the trolley. So one day it has to exhaust. That is what it is. And all these good practices are only saying, let us not freshly accumulate anything. What we have, we'll try to exhaust and then get mukti. So this is how the whole karma logic goes. And a person who has gone into a satsanga, has understood the meaning of dhyana, makes a serious effort to do the dhyana and so on, is a person who has understood this and he has adjusted his karmas in such a way that labate suchinam shrimatam gehe yoga prashto vijayate. Atava yoginam kule eva janmahai drisham durlabham, all that. These are all coming through this cycle only. Just to explain it even more, so I want you to understand how do we go through this janma after janma after janma. All these are from Bhagavad Gita. I have only culled out the ideas from Bhagavad Gita from different chapters. My understanding of what it is. So let us look at one janma. Now we saw how the cycle of janma happens. Let us look at one janma. Janma begins. So I put a Lakshman Rekha there for our identification. Okay. In every janma, we bring a guna and karma with us. That is that linga sarira, we bring it. That is the vasanas and samskaras. You come with a certain attitude, right? That can be called guna and karma. You have a certain guna and that will drive you to a certain karma. You also bring a bundle of, this karma has many meaning. Okay? And that will give you Shraddha. Shraddha, it is this combination of this guna and karma that you bring will determine what kind of a Shraddha you are. Chapter 17, you have to read the first 3 shlokas. Shraddha mayo ayam purusha yo ya Shraddha sayeva saha. That's what Sri Krishna says. What are you? You are nothing but a bundle of Shraddha. Whatever Shraddha you bring, only you will lead your life. It all depends on what Shraddha you brought to the table. And where did you bring from? It is the combination of guna and karma which drives your Shraddha. It drives your sampat. Whether it is Daivi Sampat, Asuri Sampat, what combination of it, what proportion of it, everything is coming from there. And the Varna. It also drives the Varna. It may not drive your Jati, it will drive your Varna. Jati to birth certificate business, leave it. I'm talking about Varna. You will actually be in a Varna because of a certain combination of Guna and Karma you brought. Okay? So all this is a starting point for a Janma. This is how we will start. We start performing activities which is in relation to this. Now, an uninformed person will think he has no control. Everything is given in the hands of Guna and Karma. Therefore, the Guna and Karma drives a certain Sampat and Shraddha and Varna. Therefore, let me be like that. That is an uninformed position. God created this one living being called human being, and only for the human being, God gave what is called free will. And why did God give that free will? To adjust that guna and karma. You can take a position, that's why you can tame your mind. That is in your hands. A lion cannot do anything. If it is hungry, it will eat that deer. If it is not hungry, it will not kill the deer and put it in a fridge. It doesn't have that free will. They will be the most friendly creatures side by side when the lion is not hungry. They are all driven only by instinct. Man is human being is the only one who has a free will. And with the free will, you can actually adjust this composition. Every janma, that is what we should do. Every janma, what do we want to do? We want to adjust the guna and the karma. We want to tweak it to a better composition. And if you make it a better composition, this journey is going to be a little different. And God has given us an opportunity. He has given us a lever that is called free will. You can make a choice. You should make a choice. You cannot leave the choice to the mind and then take your hands off and then say, I can't do anything. That is a tamasic living. That is a asuri sampat. That's not what it is. We should make a choice. And God has given us the ability to make a choice. So use when you perform activities, when you bring a certain guna and karma, you consciously use your buddhi, nitya, anitya, vastu, vichara, all that, and change. When you do activities slightly differently, your guna and karma composition start changing. And there lies the trajectory of spiritual progress. The free will must actively work. Only then there is a spiritual progress. If the free will does not act well, we don't know what will. That's why the Paramapada is a very important game. You can take a snake at 99 and come to 9. One big snake and down. That's what can happen. So therefore, we should do that free will properly. That will give us the trajectory of spiritual progress. Guna, Janma ends. Then we carry the Linga Sarira, we demat ourselves into Vasanas and Samskaras. And the Linga Sarira takes it, goes to the other world, finish all that, whatever needs to be done, and then comes back. Now the Guna and Karma can be a little different. It is different only because of the green box. If the green box is not there, it can never be different. So Krishna says, do this yatna, keep on doing. Every janma you will only become better. This composition will keep changing, and the continuity is not last. That's what he is saying. Continuity is not last. You will be able to really, do what needs to be done very nicely. That's what he says. Purvabhyasena tenaiva kriyate hyavashopi saha jignasurapi yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. Purva abhyasena tena purva abhyasena eva tena eva kriyate hi avashaha api saha jignasuhu api yogasya shabda brahma ativartate. So this person said, I will become a yogi. That is what he wanted. His jignasa was to become a yogi. But by this purva abhyasa, right, he will reach a critical mass that it is not yogi. He will realize the Brahman itself. Once the ball gets rolling, you cannot stop. The momentum is picked up. The health arthane, once it starts rolling, it rolls on its weight. So purva abhyasena, tena purva abhyasena avashaha api. Whether he, it's not about him taking a child. It all becomes a natural thing for him. It will happen. It will become a sort of a prakriti for him. He will do. Avashaha api saha jignasu api yogasya shabda brahma ativartate. See, the shabda brahma, there are different meanings. I don't want to elaborate because sometimes it can be little difficult for us to comprehend. But the point is, Shabda Brahman, see, one meaning of Shabda Brahman is our entire literature, because all this knowledge is all in the form of Shruti only. It's all sound. Written and all is later. So Shabda Brahman is all that knowledge in the Shruti. So Shabda Brahman Ativartate means he is able to go beyond the knowledge into, from Jnana he can go to Vijnana. That knowledge, the experience of the knowledge rather than the knowledge, not merely the knowledge. That's one way to understand. There are different ways one can interpret it, but the most important point is that one, by this continuous practice of this yoga and all that, he reaches such a level that all that is being told in Shruti and all that, he will transcend that, in the sense, transcend beyond the understanding of it as a concept. And he will get into that experiential plane. He'll realize the Brahman only. That's the way we can understand this particular thing. So Sri Krishna is saying, don't worry. So the question that Arjuna asked is, I am very worried. What will happen? So for which he has given enough guarantee, saying nothing will be lost. Where you left, you will start. And as you start and keep on doing it, if you reach such a critical mass, you will do it. Avashaha, pisaha. Whether, it goes beyond his conscious kind of, see, even in small little things, when we do certain things very regularly, it gets wired into us. Involuntary agate. From voluntary action, it becomes involuntary action. See, when we go out of the house, automatically we lock it. The mind is not working. It has become so involuntary because you are constantly at that thought that it should be done, and something like that. So in the same way, this constant thought about this Brahman and which a yogi is doing, he doesn't make extra effort. At one level, it will happen very naturally to him, and then he will realize. So it will take you to that logical final end, no interruption in between, nothing to worry. That kind of a guarantee Sri Krishna gives in all these shlokas. Prayatnat yatamanastu yogi samshuddha kilbishah aneka janma samsiddhah tato yati param gatim. Prayatnat yatamanah tu yogi samshuddha kilbishah aneka janma samsiddhah. It's a single word, it's a samastapada. Aneka janma samsiddhah tatah yati param gatim. So that's what all that he said. He says it very clearly here once again. He says prayatna, with active mental effort. Prayatna is a conscious effort that we have to make, right? Prayatnat yatamanaha. He constantly strives. That's why he said abhyasena tu kaunte vairagyena cha grihyate. That abhyasa is that prayatna for that yatna. Prayatna, yatna, all those are there in that actually. It's a constant active involvement of committing that effort. You can take it like that. Prayatnat yatamanaha, a person who actively keeps doing it in a very active fashion, which means he is in the path of abhyasa, as Krishna said at that time. That yogi becomes purified. Samshuddha kilbishah. He is purified of all kilbisha. All these strains and distractions and depressions and all these bad thoughts and feelings which overpower us from every now and then, all of them will obliterate into thin air. It will evaporate. It will completely evaporate because of his constant effort that he does. All these will vanish into thin air. Samshuddha kilbishah. Shuddha, samshuddha. He adds a upasarga there to make it that it's absolutely shuddha. Doubly sure. Samshuddha. Samshuddha kilbishah. And he says, how will it happen? Aneka Janma Samsiddha. Why is he saying Aneka Janma Samsiddha? Because this was the heart of Arjuna's doubt. What will happen in this Janma if I die? That's why he uses the word Aneka Janma Samsiddha. Arjuna, doesn't happen in 1 year, don't do one Janma. It takes several Janmas. That is the rules of the game. So Aneka Janma Samsiddha. One who obtains it through several Janmas. Why? Na kaschit kalyana durgatim tata gacchati. Your efforts are not wasted. Therefore, it adds over it, on the top of it, on the top of it, on the top of it, and so on. After several Janmas, Aneka Janma Samsiddha, Tataha, from that position finally, Param Gatim Yati. He attains that ultimate Paramapada that we need to reach. The ultimate destination that we need to reach, he will reach Aneka Janma Samsiddha. Eka Janma Samsiddha va, atho Eka Varshe Samsiddha va na. It's not like we'll do meditation for 6 months and that's it. Everything is over. It's not like that. And this Aneka Samsiddha, we can see the lives of great teachers, we will understand. If you look at Ramana Maharishi's life, to the age of 8, 9, and 10, he was going to a school and going to an English medium school, doing drama and all that. But suddenly it erupted. When it erupted, it didn't happen all of a sudden. It is Aneka Janma Samsiddha. It is the final thing that we are seeing. We are only seeing the final thing. All great santas will be like that. It may appear as though it has happened. Nothing happens like that. Yes. No. So please understand, I think it's a good question. See, this karma theory, the karma is a very cardinal principle. Okay. So, in fact, I can even ask, why did Ramana Maharishi got sarcoma disease? Right? So, please understand, prarabdha karma has to be exhausted. But a realized soul will burn all the sanchita karma. So if he went through these, he had to go and then he has to be sleeping all the time. He has to attend the classes and his students will beat him and all that is part of his prarabdha karma. That he should get sarcoma and then he should be operated upon. All those are part of prarabdha karma. So our karma theory, if you read our literature, you'll understand it well. Prarabdha karma is not taken out. You already brought the bag. You cannot throw the bag halfway. But all the Agami karmas can be burnt. A realized soul can burn. It's like a seed which is burnt, which is spurana agala. It will not germinate anymore. That power is there for a realized soul. But prarabdha karma is prarabdha karma. That has to be gone through. Iga bujyatam. In sadhana sadhishtaya panchaka, it is there. Prarabdham to idam iha bujyatam. Yes, that is what it is. That is the cardinal rule. That rule cannot be taken away. That's why it's called prarabdha. It is in past tense. It has already started. It's a past tense. Arabdha is a past participle. Arabdha means that which has started. When which has started, then what is the point in talking about it? That it will run its course. The favorite example is the arrow has gone out of the bow. You cannot catch it. It will reach the destination. So destination has all these in between. That is the meaning. So Aneka Janma Samsiddhi Tataha Yati Param Gatim. And the most important thing here is the Aneka Janma Samsiddhi, because that was at the centerpiece of his doubt. He wants to tell Arjuna, so many Janmas are there, don't worry, you keep doing what you need to do. The rest will all fall in place. It's all a very complex but a very robust system, foolproof robust system. So nothing to worry. That's what Sri Krishna says here. Tapasvibhyodiko yogi jnanibhyopi matodhikah karmibhyaschadhiko yogi tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. tapasvibhyah adhikah yogi. Jnanibhyah api adhikah matah me matah. The may is understood that it is my Krishna's opinion. Matah. Karmibhyah cha adhikah yogi. Tasmat yogi bhavarjuna. He says this yoga is better than all these examples that I am giving. Therefore, it is better to be a yogi. And remember what is a yogi. Go to the first 3 shlokas of this chapter. Karma pala tyaga, karma pala sannyasa. That is what is the definition of the yogi he has given in this chapter. So when you say karmibhyascha adhiko yogi, a karmi in the context, all these words you have to understand in the context of the shloka. You cannot generalize. There is a context to every word and every statement that we make. So here karmibhyascha adhiko yogi means those who are in the karma kanda sort of a situation where they are very much after the karma phala. They are the karmis. So obviously, compared to them, a person who does a karma phala sannyasa is far superior, because that's the only way chitta shuddhi will happen. There is no other way chitta. You cannot put a detergent and wash your brain and chitta shuddhi will come. That it's not like that. Chitta shuddhi happens only when we know how to take our hands. The Draupadi Vastra Aparana story is meant only for that. We should learn how to take our hands off and surrender to the Lord. Whereas we get so agitated, I did not get this result, this did not happen to me, whereas it happened to him, he also put the same effort like me. This is how we waste our time. And this mind gets very corrupted. We don't get sleep. And then we put a sleeping tablet, then moment I gobble the sleeping tablet, I start asking, will it work? Or mind will start working now. Will it work or not? The more you think, will it work or not, it will not work. That's the end of the story. So, karmibhyas adhiko yogi means a person who can do a karma pala tyaga has covered a lot of ground in his spiritual progress. His chitta shuddhi is just a step away, because the first step is chitta shuddhi. Without chitta shuddhi, nothing is possible. That's a necessary condition. Sufficient condition is, we'll think about it later. First necessary condition, chitta shuddhi. That's why he is jnani bhyopi matodhikah. Here jnani means one who has a knowledge of the scriptures. That's the meaning here we have to take. Not in chapter 7 there is another jnani. That's a different meaning. That you don't confuse here. The meanings are contextual to the place where we are actually looking. So a jnani is one who has knowledge. There are a lot of people who can actually quote Bhagavad Gita left, right, center, middle of the sleep also you can wake up. But what in Vyavahara, what they do may not be probably anything to do with, but they may have knowledge. I'm talking of that kind of a person. Devaraja Mudaliyar went to Ramana Maharshi and he said, I have been seeing this Bhagavad Gita for so many days. I'm not getting much. What do I do? So, Ramana Maharshi said that, see, the problem is you are looking at the book all the time. The book is saying, look at you. Like that, Ramana Maharshi said. Ramana Maharshi said, you said you are looking at the book all the time. The book is saying, look at you. If you look at yourself, then like that he told. So what I'm saying, sometimes you may be knowledge-wise, meaning conceptually I know everything. I can quote. I have committed everything to memory. All that. That kind of people is this usage here. For compared to that person, a person who has actually get on to the path of evolution by karma pala sannyasa is far superior. Definitely. Similarly, tapasvibhyo is those who do a kutura tapas for some karma pala. ಒಂದು ಫಲ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋರು. Tapas. All these, Ravanadigal people are like that. Sumba, Nisumba, Asura, 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 Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakasipu, all these will come into this list. They do tapas. Because I keep saying, that if you have to blast the twin tower, you need tapas. Otherwise, you cannot blast twin tower. Tapas means chitra ekagrata. Yeah. For what purpose is the question? If the purpose is not great, what is the use of that? So that kind of tapasvi is what is being implied here. So Krishna is saying, I think getting onto the path of karma pala, tyaga, sannyasa is a great step. That's why he says, Tasma yogi bhava Arjuna. Please become a yogi. That's the best thing that can happen. Please do that. So this whole path and progress, I just want to again, what Sri Krishna is saying. We take Janma. In every Janma, we do a lot of action. Free will, I already talked about all that. Now, with this free will, which path do we walk is very important. Right? In the previous sloka, what is Sri Krishna saying? He is saying, you can walk through the path of Phala Icha. That's one possibility, which most of us are doing. So much of Phala Icha in us. So if you walk through the path of Phala Icha, then that is called karma. Karma will accumulate. Karma will accumulate in that process. And we'll get into the Shadripu. Right? Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, all those. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Because these are all, when they are very attached results, I don't like you, I get envious of you, I want to somehow, finish you, whether I win or not, I want you to lose. All kinds of things will start happening. Because that is its nature. Okay? So, Shadripuhu, all that accumulate into the demat of you, finally when you go. That is the Vasana. Huh? It all will come back to us. It's the Vasana. This is all will carry and go. And we'll go for the next Janma like that. This is the path. If you get into this route. Whereas Sri Krishna is saying, don't go that way. Moment you leave the karma pala icha, the sense of duty and purpose will take over. Karyam karniyam iti karanena aham karyam karyam. Kartavyam karyam. So I am doing. There's a duty. There's a sense of duty. I have to do it. Pala bharate barli. I may get, I may not get. If I get, I am happy. If I am not get, it's also all right. Samadarshana, Titiksha, Bhava, all that will come out of that. So that is called yoga. This karma yoga, that is karma boga. If you have to add a karma, you have to add a karma here and add a boga there. That root is karma boga, this root is karma yoga. And that will exhaust the vasana. Because there is little room to collect vasana now. I am not going to be envious of you. I am not going to be disappointed. I am not going to be very upset. I will be upset tomorrow morning. I am very normal. In half an hour, I am normal. Doesn't go into my DNA. So vasanas and all will slowly exhaust in this process. And when the vasanas are, and you go through this path, slowly the vasanas will get exhausted until the vasanas get exhausted. Finally, when the vasanas get exhausted, you will get into jnana vichara. That's why Shankaracharya says in Viveka Chudamani, karma chitta shuddhyate navastu upalabhyate vastu siddhi vicharena na kinchit karma kotibi. It's important for chitta shuddhi. Chitta shuddhi aayit andre jnana vichara naturally baratte. So that is what why he is saying tasmad yogi bhavarjana, because that is going to take us to mukti. But this is only path for mukti. Otherwise, this samsara chakrale now hogta idvi. Punarapi maranam, punarapi janam, today at the beginning of the class, it will just endlessly go on this. And I don't know when we will get tired. And when we get tired, we start looking around and start walking one baby step and all that. That's what it is. That's why Tasmad Yogi Bhavarjuna is very, very important. Yoginam api sarvesham madgatenantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktatamo matah sarvesham yoginam api madgatenantaratmana. See, in Bhagavad Gita, the charm of Bhagavad Gita is the last sloka will lead you to the next chapter. So Krishna is now, so far he talked about karma pala sannyasa. In the last sloka, he says madgatena antaratmana. You should start contemplating me. In your inner heart, you should start contemplating me. That's why the next 6 chapters are on Bhakti, chapter 7 to 12. This is how Sri Krishna, Bhagavad Gita shlokas are like that. If you look at the chapter 5, the last few shlokas talk about pranayama and dhyana. Right? So every chapter will have linkage like that. So madgatena antaratmana. Your inner heart, your quintessential nature starts thinking of me. That's what he says. Shraddhavan bhajate yomam. With Shraddha you do, bhaja means show bhakti. Get into that mode. Same yuktatamo mataha. That is the best thing to do. So he is already laid the seed for chapter 7 to chapter 12. Which is all about realizing, experiencing that Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. That is the message in chapter 7 to 12. There's only one message. Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. That's all. That's why he says, Matta Parataram na anyatkinchidasti dhananjaya mayi sarvam idam proktam sutre manikanaya. That one shloka is expanded in 6 chapters. Second triplet, you need only 7th shloka of chapter 7. Everything is only explaining it. And what is the message? Law of conservation of divinity. Divinity can neither be created nor be destroyed. Divinity will always find form in everything. It will transform constantly into one thing or the other. So this last shloka is a bridge shloka. It says, fine, you become a yogi. Now you focus, your next step in that process is contemplate on me very deeply. And how to contemplate on it? We will see from chapter 7 to 12. I think with this, I will bring it to a closure and leave the floor. Since this is a chapter on meditation, I thought, why not we have a little time? Let us, I said, closing our eyes and then thinking we will little bit do it. That will be a very nice way to, I thought, complete this. So I will hand over this to Sujata and ask her to take us through a little bit of maybe 15-20 minutes and then we'll do the closing formalities. Yes.
What this would do?
No, I will. Yeah, you can.
How the picture there?
Yeah, I'll just.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Special namaskara to our Gurukulu, and I am indeed very, very blessed and fortunate to have to conduct this session in his class. So very, very blessed, and thank you, Professor, for giving me this opportunity.
No. Yeah, those are.
Which I have never dreamt in my dream also.
What did you sit?
Time is short, so let me start it. Let's start the shloka. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarotam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi. Let's close our eyes completely. Sit comfortably. For the online participants, switch off the lights for deeper concentration. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale chant Onkara 3 times. With this sound vibration in the mind, let's imagine that we are getting up in the morning, praying to the sun god to do our duty, our karma in a dharmic way. We must do our karma. We cannot leave our karma. We believe and understand our scriptures. We are doing our karma without any expectations from anyone, such as praise, money, gift, even saying thank you. Anashrita karma palam, karyam karma karoti yaha. Tell your mind, oh mind, please don't expect anything for the karma we are doing. We must perform our duty with Shraddha and Bhakti. Oh mind, without any expectation is a mantra for us. This bhava will result in becoming a sannyasi or yogi. Repeat the mantra in the mind 3 times. Oh mind, please do not expect anything for the karma we perform. Please do not expect anything for the karma we perform. Please do not expect anything for the karma we perform. With no other thoughts in the mind, at this moment, quieten the mind by taking a deep breath and chant Onkara in the mind. Instruct our mind, oh mind, we are going to do meditation, the dhyana. And so think of the Lord who is our only Savior. Nothing is permanent in this world. Tell your mind that Lord is the only Savior. With his sayings, we are doing meditation. Chant once Onkara in the mind. Oh mind, now relax your body, feet, ankle, calf muscles, knee, thigh muscles, waist, thoracic area, hands, fingers, neck. Relax your mind too. We are sitting in a quiet place, rahasistitah, ekaki, with the mind focused on the Lord right now. O mind, sit erect in a firm place. Sthiramasanamatmanah. Let our body, head, and neck in one straight line. Samam kaya shiro grivam. Thinking only the Lord. We are aware of the discipline in eating, sleeping, in other activities. Yuktahara viharasya, swapnavabodhasya. We are aware that this systematic discipline will help us to move forward towards our goal. Tell your mind, oh mind, always follow the discipline in eating and sleeping. We are training and practicing our mind from not going towards the external objects and people. Withdraw the mind, chitta, and indriyas from the outside world. Tatraikagram manakritva, etachittendriya kriya. Tell your mind, oh mind, turn inward. Know yourself, who I am. Tell your mind, know yourself, who I am. Oh mind, lift us in knowing who we are. Uttaret atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet. Our mind is a friend, bandhu, with support for uplift ourselves from this samsara. Uddharet atmanatmanam. Atmana. Lift ourselves in knowing who we are. Tell your mind, oh mind, be friend always in knowing who I am. At this moment, we have dropped all the sankalpa, sarva sankalpa sannyasi. We have dropped all the sankalpa in the mind. We have no connection with the outside world. Na indriyarteshu. No attachment to work. Na karma swanusajjate. Being in this state is yoga rudaha. Tell your mind, oh mind, observe the feeling of shanti, a complete peaceful state when we drop all sankalpa. A complete peaceful state when we drop all sankalpa. The feeling of peaceful state, shantim nirvana parama, comes if we align our body, mind, and intellect to the common goal. No duality exists in that state. Drop raga and dvesha. Tell your mind, oh mind, align the body, mind, and intellect to the common goal. Oh mind, drop raga and dvesha. Raga and dvesha. Oh mind, understand only in peaceful state we will be able to see samadarshana. All in one and one in all. Yomam pashyati sarvatra, sarvam chamayi pashyati. Be in that peaceful state. Tell your mind, enjoy this peaceful state. Shanti. Tell your mind, enjoy this peaceful state. Shanti. Oh mind, understand all living beings are like me, the individual. I see the me, the Atma Swarupa in all living beings. Ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshana. Be in that peaceful state. Tell your mind, oh mind, see everyone as you. Drop the outer appearance of everyone and in everything. See others like you or same as you, and objects as though obtained for you. Slowly, gradually, with a firmness in the buddhi, Shanai Shanairu Paramet, Buddhyadriti Grihitaya. We are moving towards the goal. Tell your mind, oh mind, abide in the self. Atma Samstam Manakritva. If the mind goes away to the external objects, just tell the mind, whatever you are seeing is also the Lord. Mind comes back automatically to us. Tell your mind, abide in the self. Atma Samstam Manakritva. Now our mind is very pure and composed. It is not shaken by all dualities. Sukhamvayativa dukkam. Existing outside and inside too. We are in a state of samahitaha. Remains same in all changing situations. Tell your mind, oh mind, remain same in all changing situations. Samahitaha. Tell your mind, oh mind, remain same in all changing situations. Samahitaha. Oh mind, from now on, our vision is same towards a friend, an enemy, a relative, good people, sinners, mediators, people who have bad intentions towards us. Suhran mitran yudasina madhyastha tveshya bandhushu sadhushvapi cha papeshu samabuddhir visishyate. Tell your mind, oh mind, do not get disturbed to all these emotional factors. Let the emotions come and go. Do not react to any such reactions. Our path is only to reach the Lord. Tell your mind, oh mind, do not get disturbed to all these emotional factors. Let emotions come and go. Do not react to any such emotions. Our path is only to reach the Lord. Our mind is composed and pure. Our mind is not swayed away by fear, agitation, or anything. Yatha deepo Nivasasto nendate sopama smrta. The continuous flow of thoughts, vritti, does not disturb us because we are pure consciousness. Tell your mind, oh mind, understand that we are not disturbed by any thoughts. We are the pure consciousness. Oh mind, understand that we are not disturbed by any thoughts. We are the pure consciousness. Oh mind, we understand through you that our absolute ultimate happiness is beyond sense perception. Sukham atyantikam yatvat buddhigrahamatindriyam. We never move away from this ultimate happiness. Tell your mind, oh mind, we are the Ananda, the ultimate happiness. Oh mind, we are the Ananda, the ultimate happiness. Oh mind, please understand that this is the ultimate happiness, not affected by any sorrow. Samvidyat dukkha sayogam viyogam yoga samhitam. Please switch off the mobile. Oh mind, please understand that this is the ultimate happiness, not affected by any sorrow. Tell your mind, oh mind, understand this is Yoga Samhita. Do not associate with sorrow. Do not develop the sorrow. Oh mind, it is possible to experience the most exalted happiness. Oh mind, always be in Prashanta Manasam state. Always be Prashanta Manasam state. Oh mind, subdue all the rajas propensities. Shanta Rajasam, greed, anger, selfishness. Shanta Rajasam, subdue. Oh mind, free from tamasic disposition, kalmasham, like laziness, delusion, akalmasham, free from tamas disposition. Oh mind, you are now free from conflicts. You are now uniting with the objects of contemplation and get ultimate happiness. Yantakasukam. Sukena Brahma Samsparsham Atyantam Sukamashnute. Oh mind, you are now free from the conflicts. You are now uniting with the objects of contemplation and get ultimate happiness. Oh mind, take a vow that whatever I see, only Bhagavan is my vision. Whatever I do, it is only Bhagavan's instructions, Ishvara Icha. Whatever I see, only Bhagavan is in my vision. Whatever I do, it is only Bhagavan's instruction. Ishvara Icha. Whatever I get, I take it as Ishvara Prasada. Whatever I get, I take it as Ishvara Prasada. Oh mind, think of the Lord. Sarvada, always, whatever I do. Oh mind, experience the feeling of that Lord is very near to me and is inside me, and Aham Brahmasmi. Experience the feeling that Lord is very near to me and He is inside me, and Aham Brahmasmi. Oh quieten mind, I thank you for not going outside. Oh quieten mind, I thank you for not going outside. Thank you mind for staying without raga dvesha. Thank you mind for not keeping attachment in indriya vishayas. Thank you mind for not keeping attachment in indriya vishayas. Thank you mind for helping me in this vairagya. Thank you mind for helping me in this vairagya. Oh mind, understand only by constant practice and vairagya our goal to reach the God can be attained. Oh mind, understand only by constant practice and vairagya our goal to reach the Lord can be attained. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. Oh mind, understand if not attained our goal here and now, the yoga prashta, our sadhanas will be continued in the coming janmas, like being born in a noble family. Nahi kalyana krit kaschit durgatim tata gacchati. Therefore, tell your mind, oh mind, please cooperate in sadhanas to reach the goal in this janma alone. Oh mind, please cooperate in sadhanas to reach the goal in this janma alone. We are all studying this Vedanta due to Purva Janma discontinuation. We are all here due to Purva Janma discontinuation. Tell your mind, oh mind, be supportive in this Vedanta journey. Continuity of knowing the Lord. Be supportive in this Vedanta journey, continuity of knowing the Lord. O mind, even if it is Aneka Janma, let me not be away from my goal to reach the Lord. Tell your mind, be supportive to follow the instruction given by the Lord to reach the goal. Even if it is Aneka Janma, let me not be away from my goal to reach the Lord. Tell your mind, be supportive to follow the instructions given by the Lord and reach the goal. O mind, do not waver after knowing the glory of the yogi. O mind, please do not waver after knowing the glory of the yogi. Tell your mind, to become like a yogi is our goal. Tell your mind, to become like a yogi is our goal. Tell your mind, oh mind, be supportive in Shraddha. Be supportive in Shraddha. Oh mind, be supportive in merging the Buddhi with the Atma. Be supportive in merging the Buddhi with the Atman. Shraddhavan bhajate yomam sameyuktatamo matah. Tell your mind, oh mind, be supportive of becoming a Uttama yogi. Be supportive of becoming an Uttama yogi, as said by Bhagavan Krishna. Oh mind, thank you for giving me this jnana of understanding. The Moola Karana is the Lord for everything. The Moola Karana is the Lord for everything. Oh mind, surrender to the Lord to achieve the things in Ihaloka, in this world, and Paraloka, merging with the Lord. Tell your mind, surrender to the Lord completely to achieve the things in this world and merging with the Lord. Tell your mind to completely surrender to the Lord, completely surrender to the Guru for showing us the right path to reach our goal. Surrender to the Lord, completely surrender to the Guru for showing us the right path to reach our goal. With this thought in our mind always, we pray to the Lord for giving us this little jnana through satsanga, and pray to the Lord to continue in this spiritual journey of knowing who I am. Rub your palms, keep it in your eyes, feel the heat from the palm, Slowly open your eyes. Hari Om. Let me humbly thank the omnipresent Lord. Thank all my gurus, Guru Parampara, our Gurukulu who is present here, and of course, our dear professor. Indeed, our audience for patiently experiencing this session. Thank you so much. Hari Om.